Okay, there it goes. Greetings, peoples. Today, we're gonna be, I guess, continuing where we left off with the Dres, orbiter, and lander. So I guess the first thing to do would be to figure out which one of these is going to hit its maneuver node first, because we need to do this in order. Well, actually, first, a message from our sponsors. This stream is sponsored by following me on Twitter. I know Twitch's stream notifications sometimes go out late, but I post my starting times half an hour or so in advance on Twitter, as well as some other shit posting. Follow me on Twitter, please. And also on Twitch, and subscribe on YouTube, and click and comment and all that stuff. Yeah. Ye standard, shameless self-plugging. Anyway, let's get back to the project at hand. So that's yeah, okay. Maneuver, add that alarm, then go to the other thing going to Dres and care of this. Just add alarm. So it appears that the lander is going to hit its maneuver node first. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. Now, the reason I titled the stream addressing my lack of science points is I want to at some point let me actually go back to Space Center to illustrate my point. I want to at some point relatively soon do a actual like big interplanetary manned mission or Kerbal mission with like a big spacecraft I assemble in orbit and all that, and that requires some of these parts, like the Clampetron docking port senior, and well, maybe not so much this. I think we already have most of the fuel tanks and stuff we need, but like various parts from here, some of these electric parts, probe cores and stuff. Maybe not so much solar panels, but that kind of thing we need. So we need more science. So I'm going out and doing that. So yeah, the lander I believe was the lander is the one which is going to hit its node first. So let's go handle that. Ooh, also bring up science here and now, so we can see what things might warrant, what experiments might warrant doing. Like a gravity scan. Okay. Then execute node. Not doing a material study because we only have one of those. Warp to the burn. And yeah, the SCANSat, I think its maneuver node is just somewhere different. So we're on a completely different trajectory. Hopefully it makes it to Dres first so we can get at least a little bit of scanning in before we hit the hopefully it keeps the node. Does it keep the node? Yes. 46 seconds. How much delta V do we actually have in this? 2 kilometers should be plenty. And 4, 2. Execute. And hopefully it completes correctly. Yes, we have an encounter. Very nice. So let's add the actual like counter encounter. Yeah, SOI change in 381 days. Add that. Jump to ship. Let's do our SCANSat. We have magnetometer reports for this area. Ooh, might want to try to do an asteroid redirect mission at some point. I'll actually note that down. Give me a sec. Put that down. Stream ideas. My notes section. Asteroid. Save. Okay. So, 6 days. Execute node. Alarm. Okay. "40 seconds. Oh, okay, I need to actually enable warp again. And ooh. Engage. Now, I am a bit worried, because this is the one we wanted a lot of delta V on, and our lander has more delta V than this, but hopefully it has enough to circularize and get to a decent altitude. Not much we can do at this point. Okay. And we also have an encounter. Let's add that. Ooh. Now we get there. This gets there a fair bit later. Dang. Oh well. That's fine. Anyway, let's again warp ahead to the Dres lander coming. Warp to so on. So actually, we want to get ourselves fairly close, and then yeah, we want to tweak our encounter. So we want to stick a maneuver node here or so, perhaps a little bit before. And then not lose the maneuver node, get the maneuver node, and kind of fiddle with it to get ourselves a better encounter. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, we need to put the maneuver node a bit closer, otherwise we don't get much granularity. Put it more here. Boop. Boop, boop. Too much. Boop. Again closer. Something like that. Boop. Now we're talking. With better precision. We'll execute that and immediately switch over to the SCANSat and do a correction maneuver on it too. Warp. Oh, why did you do that? Ah. Anyway, I'm enabling hyperwarp so we can get there a bit faster. For some reason, mousing over this rotates the view. That's odd. Okay, we're about to perform this maneuver. And do a bit more tapping. This way, I think. To get ourselves a bit more equatorial. There. And then immediately ooh. Yeah, we're not getting very good signal. We are pretty much as far away as it's possible to get in as is possible for Dres to get from for Dres to get from Kerbin. And this guy also has not very good signal. But it has a relay, so I think both of the antennas are pretty much the same strength. Huh. Anyway, hopefully the signal holds. Anyway, let's perform a let's schedule force a correction burn. See what we can get, because we want to, in this case, we want to come in. Oh, thank you, Robert the Knight, for the follow. Yeah, thank you. See, what we want to get this orbit to be polar, so that we can have it have our craft orbit around it, and Dres will rotate it underneath in order to so we can get all the surface. So, although looking at how much delta V this is going to take, and what the effects of delta V are, of the maneuver are. Very good. Okay. Have we executed? We did execute the node of that. Let's check, but I'm pretty sure we did. I gotta check something real quick. First, cool. Okay. So yeah, we should have a good. Yep, we have a good encounter with Dres on that. So let's switch back to the SCANSat. Back to the SCANSat. Oh yes. Then focus Dres and make sure our encounter looks good. And execute. Oh wait, no. First, did I time warp past it? Yes, okay, I didn't time warp past it. First, because I think we are going to get that. No, okay, I already have the. Good. I already have the alarm clock set for that. Yes, I scared myself a bit there. Thought I'd accidentally time warped past the encounter, which would not have been very good. Now this is in 58 days, so let's set a alarm for that. Then go to the Dres lander and capture that, and then we, I guess, perform the course change maneuver. Also, we'll get a pretty good idea of how much delta V it actually takes to capture. Hopefully it's less than a kilometer per second. We're around a kilometer per second. I actually had a delta V map with this, though I come in at an odd trajectory, I think, so that might... Yeah, 1.2 kilometers per second says so. I think the SCANSat had more delta V than that. May be quite low on our capture, which is not going to let us maneuver very much, which is not ideal. Anyway, let's actually hit the encounter. Close that. We have 33 days. Let's actually focus Dres. So I can stick this here. Add maneuver. Oh, whoop, too much. That's not good. 1.4 kilometers per second. Do we have that much delta V in our SCANSat? We might not. This is not going to be. I know we have it in this. Let's grab the high science. Scan. Do we have goo on our SCANSat? Trying to plan out how we're going to use our experiments. We have 3 goo. High. Yeah, we're actually only going to be able to use 2 of them. That's fine. But that means we don't need to use goo. Use the goo for... We don't need to use the goo on our lander to get science. Where is the lander? So, probes. No. Lander. No. Ah, here. Okay. So let's execute this node. Ooh, enable time warp being stopped, maybe. Let's manually warp in closer. Do gravity scan. Transmit. Lowlands, we already have the science. Ridges, we already have the science. Lowlands, we already have the science. There's Lowlands. Ridges. We're only getting lowlands and ridges. And also we have a gravity scan module on the SCANSat, so we can do all this later. Warp. And burn. Okay. We have not actually captured orbit. Let's time warp a little bit. Yeah. I can tell we didn't have the best transfer because this is taking a bit more delta V than the map said it should. Anyway. We are in an orbit. Still in space high, which is fine. Now we need to capture the other thing, and because in order to do a lot of our the biome hopping I plan to do, we need scans of Dres. So let's work with Dres. 8, 7 minutes. Warp. 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lots of counting down, but that's space travel for you. Things need to happen at exact moments, interspaced by months of nothing happening. So with that, we have our flyby. Which needs to be tweaked. How much would it take to tweak it? More than it would take for us to tweak it now, so let's add another maneuver, say here, and fiddle around with that. Okay. Something like that. So we want to shunt it further along. So that we get a bit better granularity on it. Something like that. Execute that. Warp. I guess we could technically perform the maneuver now and it wouldn't make much of a difference. 2, 1, 0. Okay. Now, the ultimate question, can we actually capture? Suspect the answer will be of the no variety. It's going to be a bit of a bummer, but yep, we don't have the delta V to do this. Yay. Wonderful. Great. Well, we can do a flyby, but not much else. Oh well. And we make use of the Oberth effect and get a bit more by going lower down. Let's see. Oh, spins around. And oh, let's reload the quick save. We want all the fuel we can get. Dres. I think this is the direction. Yep. We can turn off throttle controlled avionics. Put the thrustometer way down. Okay. So now we perform this burn. Do we have the delta V? We have 1398. Okay, we can capture. Means we can do a scan. It's going to be a very bad scan because most of it's going to be too low or too high, but we can do a scan. Okay. Let's burn all our fuel and let's do this. And here we go. Hopefully this works. Maneuver node says we should be able to make it, but we'll see. Is that the Dres Canyon? Yeah, I think that's the Dres Canyon. And pop a magnetometer report while we're doing this. So what's that? I'll just do this so I can actually read what that said, because I didn't read it. Anyway, are we captured yet? No, we have half the delta V. That remaining though. We're coming in real low. Might as well get a screenshot. Okay. And nearly captured. Okay. And we are out. Just barely within the sphere of influence. But we made it. Yes. Okay. Let's grab science. Space near. Still in space. Gravity scan. Enhancement. So, let us start turning on the scanning devices and see what happens, because I do not foresee this going as well as I would like, because we are not at a good orbit for this. Anyway, start scan. Up. Turn on our reactor. Turn on the radiator. Okay. Reactor's warming up. And boom, 6 electricity per second. Okay. That should be enough to run all of our scanners. We're not going to get much scan data to the pole, I think, but there's not much we can do about that. Okay. I think we'll at least get the equator though, so that's okay. Okay, grab a magnetometer report. Transmit. Turn on the overlay. Can turn that off. Oop. Can shunt up its power to get us filled. We're heating up the reactor. over what our radiator can radiate, but it's fine. Okay, we're cooling it back down. We have electric charge. It should be pretty much net positive. I think this can manage 20 something kilowatts. So let's jump this up to like 50. If we set it to 14%, I say, something like that. Our temperature is slowly. Ooh, just type in 15. Boom. Okay. Temperature is slowly going down, which is good. Okay. Our radiator can handle it. Cool. Okay, scanning has started. Gonna get rather narrow swaths, which is not ideal. Ooh, let's get our gravity scans in. Space high. Because gravity, unlike most of the other experiments, except I think the was it the EVA report? Gravity. I think only the gravity scan and the EVA report. There won't be a few other experiments to do this, but most of of note, most of note is gravity scan and EVA report have give separate science for each biome, even while in orbit. I think EVA report only gives separate for low orbits, but gravity scan gives separate for low and high orbits, separate for each biome. Which means by putting a satellite in a polar orbit, can get a lot of science. Ooh. Radiators going pretty hard. It's working though. It's not overheating just yet. It's on like 90 something percent strength. Ridges we already have signs for. Midlands we already have signs for. Ridges again. Midlands I already have signs for. Again. Highlands we don't have signs for. Let's grab that. Done. Okay. Midlands. Science 4. Let's look at the map. What do we have so far? Big map wise for Dres. A single small swipe. We have, of note, we have poles, midlands, lowlands, ridges, highlands, impact craters, impact ejecta, and canyons. Let's see what we pass over. Poles, the gravity scan, Enhancement. Oh, also get the material study for space slow. Oh, lowlands, get the gravity scan. Oh, we don't need Kerbal alarm clock. Oh, and I think we have science for all the ones which are actually gonna, we'll actually be able to get science for. Now we did time warp right over our, turn this back off, okay. We did time warp right over our window of scanning, so on the other side, so we'll see what we get. This scan. We hit our limit. Well, what is the limit of our various sensors? This has a limit of 500 kilometers. This also has a limit of 500. We have a 400 kilometer limit in the multispectral, and this has a limit of 500. Okay. Whoosh. Over. Let's essentially get a few scans of possible landing sites. Whoosh. Ooh, that does look a bit interesting. Okay. Warp here. Go to this much time warp. Sweep around. Sweep around again. Hmm. Pass over the pole. Back so. Looking at lowlands, ridges, midlands. Here. This is an anomaly. This appears to be a good place to land, from what we've seen. So, because it's densely packed. Let's see. Let's do a few more passes. Yeah, here still seems like the best bet. Next, it's gonna carry us through here and there. See what we got. Yeah, the multispectral altimetry should get us more data because it works in the dark. Let's see what's there. This one's also a possibility. We've got lowlands, ridges, highlands, impact craters. And it's actually pretty close, so we'd land here and then see what we've got. Next place coming through is here. Okay. What's over there? Got highlands, midlands, ridges, back to Jecta, ridges, lowlands. here is a place to go, because this one has lowlands, ridges, midlands. Lowland, midland, ridges. This one's highlands, and all the other ones. And we can hop over here for impact craters. Yeah, let's go there. I'm thinking. Okay, up on the waypoint, right here, set. Let's land there. Ooh, that's quite a bit of plane change for a lander. Let's instead land at the upper swath of that. So that. Let's instead land somewhere like there. Try to have the Delta V for a few hops. Where was it? Yes, here. So we want to instead land somewhere like here. Wait, waypoint. Okay. Means we'll have. It's gonna be dark pretty soon. So let's just spin around until it's daylight there. Okay. Add maneuver. Retrograde. Bit of down. Retrograde. Sweep it forward a bit. Execute. On. Bit further along. Six, 4, 3, 2, 1. We want to go a bit more. I think this way. Yes. Landing. Impact biome lowlands. Okay. Let's wait until the suicide burn. So point. Retrograde. Surface point of view. Just kind of 2 minutes, 1 minute. Down. 40 seconds. Quick save. Set 20, 10, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Burn. And stop. Come down at like 10 meters per second. Still a kilometer up. Ooh, fancy rock. We have the arm. Let's go get it. We have still a kilometer per second left. Let's wait till we're like 50 meters up and head over for it. Okay, we're 20 meters. Start heading over. That way. Going. Stop. Turn off collision protection. Loveless is going this direction. One. Okay. Stop. Spin this around. Level. Stop. Stop. Rotate. Stop. Go that direction. And don't hover, come down at a decent speed. And landing. Nice. Okay. Are we close enough? No. Please take a surface sample. Transmit. So, the standard temperature scan. Transmit. Pressure. Transmit. Goo. Transmit. Transmit. Seismic scan. Gravity scan. Do a material study. Transmit. We are out of electric charts, so just kind of warp until are we done? I think we're done. Let's hop ourselves ever so slightly closer. And yes. We're close enough. Cool. And that is all the science for now. Target. Let's pull up the overall map. Where are we? We are here, so we just need to kind of head southish, I think. Let's bring up the small map. Ridges, midlands, but we should also have ridges and midlands lower down. Ridges, midlands. Yep. Okay. Let's head south. Let's unlock the position. I want to hit we were already in lowlands, right? We want to hit ridges. Impact biome, ridges. Nice. Okay. Quick save that. Over here, add maneuver to cut our horizontal velocity. Save. Execute that. Warp to maneuver. Biome. Still lowlands. Just get it somewhere flat. Okay. And retrograde. Suicide burn in 15 seconds. 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. Cut. I'm down at like 5 meters per second, 3 meters per second. Do a gravity scan. Wait for us to land. Transmit that. Temperature, pressure, goo, seismic, gravity surface sample. Wait for our electric charge to be up. And also we're nearly out of fuel, so okay, we can't do another hop. Wonderful. And let's just transmit it all. I think that's everything. We only have like 300 meters per second left, which is likely not enough to get us to here. Dang, okay. This mission was not a particularly good, this mission set was not particularly good success, but we'll just send over the science we have. Should be enough to unlock a few of the things we need for whatever other ambitions we have. Perhaps next, a dual SCANSat is in order, because we're going to need to do a lot of scouting for that thing, for a dual mission. Because I want to do a dual mission, definitely. Okay, there's, I guess, not enough scans to be worth sending. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's head back to the Space Center. Yeah, we have a fair bit of science now. Yay. What do we want to unlock? We definitely want the Clampetron docking port, senior. So we're getting that. What else? Don't need any of this stuff. Orbital assembly would be nice, but it's not necessary. It doesn't add much that we need. It's mostly docking ports, I think. Definitely want truss sections of various kinds. So let's grab that. Ooh. Yeah, okay, if we're gonna do a ScanSat mission to Jewel, we definitely need use better antennas. No, actually, I think I made I think there's a chart. There's a chart of antenna strengths you need. Let's see. Okay. For Jewel, you need 15 and 100. What does Yeah, I think we might be able to do it with that, but we definitely want. I think we'll be doing a Dune-ish mission first. So yeah, I think we'll need the this one. I mean, we need a lot of things, but this is going to be a pretty good priority, pretty high priority. Yeah, okay, we'll pick this up. Cool. So, with that done, I think I'll call it here. So again, a word from our sponsor. A word from our sponsor. This video is this stream is sponsored by following me on Twitter. I know Twitch's stream notifications sometimes go out late, but I post my starting times half an hour or so on advance on Twitter, as well as some other shit posting. And also follow me on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube and like and comment and all that stuff. Yeah. Yay. Also, the tutorial I'm making on Unity constraints that some of you guys seemed interested in, it's going. I'm trying to figure out some of the intricacies of aim constraints, even though I'm using them a lot for like my neck. I'm still trying to figure out some of the oddnesses with the rotations, but it's going. I've also been making some example models for I guess the primary topic of the video, which is going to be the rotation constraint, because that's the one that I would think would be most used, because you need it if you want to have more than two eyes. Well, actually, there's another way to do more than two eyes, which is what I'm using, because to get the headlamp turrets, to get my headlamp turrets to work, it's not as simple as rotation constraints. But I guess that could be a topic of a different tutorial. Anyway, I'll bid you all a very good insert time zone relevant greeting here. And yeah, bye.